This is Damon Stevens with FinWealth Builders. Today is Monday, November 22nd, 2021, and this is stock market update for today. And boy, I don't know if you saw what happened in the day today, but something to pay attention to. So let's get right into it. All right, and just to cover again on this crypto here, CRO, we talked about it last night. I've been trading this for the last 2 weekends, and it continues to hit on the chart, our little trend line here. And, when we were talking yesterday, it hadn't quite came up and hit the trend line again. Just showing you here that it finally did come up and hit the trend line again. So that's 1, 2, 3 times in the last couple of weeks here. So just continue to climb up here. And we continue to honor the trend line here as well. So continuing this upslope here, hit a new high. So things are looking really good with this this crypto. So just want to let you know that, and that the charts do work for crypto as well as stocks. Looking at the overall market, you see Dow Jones closed up 1.7%, NASDAQ down 1.26%, and S&P 500 down 0.32%. You can see here, boy, the NASDAQ was hitting all new highs, and look at this. We had a great day starting out, and then end of the day, boom, just closed down hard on NASDAQ, on the Dow, S&P 500, all closing down. Tech money flowing out. It's leaving. So one other places. So something to keep an eye on. It was either a big take profit day today, which very could be because a lot of these stocks were elevated, or is this a trend change? That's what we need to pay attention to, especially when you look at the heat map. And looking at the heat map, you can see here that the overall world is still pretty mixed. BABA pulled back another 2.65%. So China's looking weak. So we're having a lot of variations in the market right now as far as what the stocks are doing. And so that means there's a volatility in the market, which can be good. It's good for a day trader and for scalpers. But for those who are looking at their long-term portfolio, something just to be aware of, that the trend could change very quickly. But let's get into some charts here and take a look at what's going on. So LGVN, this was on our watch list from last night and watch list from Friday, multi-day trade. And I could never anticipate what was going to happen today. Oh my gosh, let's take a look at this. So we got an open here, around $9 and a high of 45.50, including after hours. During the hours, then I didn't trade after hours, and I was doing other things. I wish I was watching it because I would have traded it for sure. But you see here, $28, kind of where we closed out here. And then this thing just continued to climb up to 45.50. I came back down to our support line here, around $34, 35, and popped back up here. But yeah, I had no idea. This stock is just going crazy. So I don't know if you're trading it, if you took it off my watch list and you're watching it or trading as well. But again, multi-day trade, looking for another swing up on this thing tomorrow morning. So this is definitely on my short list because I just cannot believe what this thing did today. Just blew my mind when I saw what it was doing. So great trade today. BNTX continues to rock and roll. Sorry for this old line here. Let me just take it out while we're at it. Okay, so you can see here, continue to make new highs on the BNTX. So it continues to do well for us. Moderna, nice little cup here, came up here onto 282.69, pull back a little bit. So just nice strong movement on Moderna. Invax, strong, but it flattened out here. It's consolidating, and when it starts to slope down like this, it could be a little bit of weakness. Now it could bounce off the 50 here, but this might pull back here and people might be taking profits on this. So just be careful on Invax if you're trading that one. Nvidia, here's where we start talking about the little pulls and the cash out. So you can see here, it hit the trend line, came up here, almost hit our trend line again. Lost momentum this afternoon, pulled back down, and it's pulled down here to 319. So is this going to pull down more? It's possible. We could pull down to the 50, which is just down here below. and it's a good support area. So it should find support if it gets down to this range here around the 50. So you can see here, it's been support for us before and resistance. So hopefully that'll hold out. But yeah, just a huge pullback, little rug pulling there. Tesla pulled back at the end of the day as well. It's still above the 20 though. So just got to watch to see if Tesla's going to pull back here as well. You can see we made a lower high here. So very well could be a weakness here starting in Tesla. So just be aware of that. AVGO pulled back today as well. It's still above the 20, so still very bullish, but did pull back here and it's sitting here right with between these two channels here that we have. PanW, we rocketed off of earnings to 559 from 523. And boy, today just rocket. This is all people taking profits. Got to be. You see here, boom, just drop right back down to the 100 moving average in the day today. There should be support for us or somewhere close to it in this range here, and maybe we can bounce off of here. But boy, somebody was taking profit in today was the sell-off. Home Depot, same thing. Earnings rocketed us up. People taking advantage of that, hit our trend line twice up to 416.56. Pulled back down a little bit to 413, and then boom, end of day, back down here to support, kind of where we broke out here. You can see down here that there's a lot of support that was down here for us. See all this resistance here, all the support here just before we rocketed up, came back down. That's where we ended today. So again, profit taking, I think, has got to be going on because it's just amazing the drops here. Same with Shopify. Shopify, boom, hit our trend line up here, 1762.92, and boom, a sell-off down to the 200. So hopefully we can find support down here on these support lines that you can see on here. These are existing lines that have been on our charts here, but wow, just I was not prepared to put puts on these. Otherwise, I would have shorted most of these today, but I was not on it. Amazon, same thing. Nice rocket right up to 37.62 and a pullback, boom, all the way back down to our lower support line here. And right down here. So we should find support down here and hopefully rally back up again. But if the market gets weak, we could go below that. But right now, it should be holding support. But boy, definitely some cash outs today, like crazy. Bonds still sitting here flat underneath our resistance line. The VIX spiked up here, pulled up here to just below the 200. So we got to watch this one. If this one bounces over, the VIX is high tomorrow. Very well could be that we could have some more downtrending tomorrow. So let's just keep an eye on that. But right now, it closed right there at that 200. So that means we could do some for a pullback. And you can see here the SPY, brand new high, big old spike up here, and then pull back down to our support line here. So is that bullish? It's a bullish momentum, but it didn't close. It just pulled right back down. So that's not necessarily a good bullish momentum for me to see at that pullback here. So definitely, people scalping this and taking profits off of it. Triple Q, same thing, big old spike and a pullback. So we'll see tomorrow. Can we hold this line where we're currently at, the support line, or do we start to break it? If we start to break it, then that could be a possible sign that weakness is coming in the market. Semiconductors, same thing, a nice little spike and pullback. And we talked about, that the SPY and the triple Qs are basically the NASDAQ were elevated and the others were pulling back a little bit. And you can see that they're trying to get in sync there possibly. And so look for a potential pullback here. IWM, you see here, we are on the support line here. So we held today. Dow Jones above the support line right here. So we're doing okay there. Financials, kind of flat right here, kind of a little doji, kind of undecided which direction it wants to go. Gold, got a big pullback here. We're down to the 50. So we had made this nice climb here. It took days to get there and basically took the elevator down. So hopefully we can find support. Start all over, back down almost to the 200 again. Silver pulled up, pulled back down here. We're sitting right on that 50. So starting all over again. Bitcoin continues to pull back here. It's got support here at 56. If it drops here, we could be coming much lower here. We got so still seeing some weakness here and a pullback on Bitcoin. So that's looking more bearish all the time. Ethereum pulled back here as well. Definitely going towards our support line here that we have, that you've seen we've hit a few times, and it comes some over here to where we used to have resistance. So that's where that trend line comes from. It comes from where we had resistance and we broke out above it, and now we've come back and just testing support. Again, charts work with crypto, and you can see that clearly on here that it is a resistance and support. So we'll see if that support can hold, or we're going to break down below that. But that's our stocks. Lots of exciting things going on. A lot of volatility, so that's great for day traders. If it's your long-term portfolio, just watch it. We have elevated. We've gone to new highs. I put some money up on the side here in case we do have a big pullback. That's just my personal preference. It's not financial advice, but I'm pulling back just to have some reserves here in case we dip, so that I can buy the dip rather than having everything locked in to where everything comes down if we have a pullback. So just be careful out there. Turnaround Tuesday, what does that mean for us? I don't know. We had a pullback at the end of the day. Does that mean we rally back up tomorrow? It's possible, or we could have a continuation down and we could be turning around on the market a little bit. So we'll see if that creates a dip opportunity for us, or do we just continue to hold here? Possibly. We will see. But you have the support lines, you have the charts to look at and refer to. Just be careful out there, and we'll talk tomorrow night and see how the market did for us.